And we are live. Amazing. Alrighty. Welcome everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and some of you might be watching in the Divine Feminine Devotions Facebook group as well. So welcoming you wherever you are joining from. Seeing some of you popping on to this live, and welcome to everyone watching the replay as well. My name is Elsa Field, and this is my YouTube channel / Facebook group where we share divine feminine inspired teachings to support you on your path of awakening, on your path of connecting with the goddess within and without. And especially we focus on the teachings of sacred sound, the teachings of vocal awakening, really stepping forward on your path as a channel for the divine. So I am the founder of Myrtle Grove Mystery School, which is an online and in-person school where we serve students all around the world with these beautiful teachings that are really sourced from and inspired by the divine beings, especially Goddess Hathor. So she is the goddess that we are focalizing with today, and the theme of this live stream today, in honor of the fact that today is the final day for the early bird offer on our upcoming live taught group program with me, the Cosmic Voice. So I'll be sharing more about this beautiful journey towards the end of this live, and this very special live stream today is in honor of the fact that today is the final day to get the early bird special, and enrollments are closing really soon, so we have a week more to enroll. So beloveds, I'm here today to really speak about one of my biggest passions, which is the awakening divine feminine voice. And the principal guide for me on my personal journey is Goddess Hathor. And I originally came to the goddess path 10 years ago through my connection to the Lady of Avalon, the goddess of the sacred lands of Avalon, where I first discovered the goddess and where I first walked into the Glastonbury Goddess Temple. And the Lady of Avalon, I studied with her. I trained for 3 years to become a priestess of Avalon. And it was through these journeys and these initiations with her that I began to meet other divine feminine beings. And for those of you who are on a goddess path, you may have this experience as well. As we discover our connection to the divine feminine, she makes herself known through different faces, through different languages, through different names of the goddess. Welcome to everyone joining live. Please do feel free to put in the comments where you're joining from today. Would love to feel and sense your presence. Hi Patricia, welcoming you. So it was through my journey of deepening in the mysteries of Avalon and really steeping in those mysteries that I was awakened to other goddesses. And for me, walking into the goddess temple for the first time 10 years ago was like a homecoming. I felt instantly at home in that sacred temple space. And some of you may have visited that beautiful temple where I was actually blessed to serve for many years behind the scenes. I served for several years as a Melissa in the temple, and also working as kind of a web weaver, creating online courses and supporting the growth of the Goddess Temple in Glastonbury. So the goddess has been my life for the past 10 years. And before that, she was so present with me growing up, so present with me throughout my teenage years as this really source point for connection. Growing up in a patriarchal Christian religious space, I was always drawn to the divine feminine, and maybe some of you will resonate with this. And I want to talk today about Hathor, because she is this goddess that really embodies so many elements of the divine feminine path. And I can feel a collective awakening happening with her wisdom at this time on the planet. And many of you will know that Mary Magdalene is coming forward as a really strong guide for many of us on the divine feminine path. We only have to look at the growth in awareness of her mysteries and her gospel over the last few years. And for me, when I connect to Hathor as a guide, she is standing behind Mary Magdalene. She's standing behind Mother Mary. She's this overarching presence that has so much wisdom to offer us. And this is really the approach to the goddess path that I teach in the mystery school teachings that we're bringing forward, such as the Cosmic Voice 6-week program. It's this journey of awakening with different archetypes of the goddess so that we can feel our wholeness and oneness with them. And why do we do this? We do this to remember the feminine divine. We do this to remember that the blueprint of our own bodies, whatever our gender, is one with the divine. We do this as women to heal and reawaken our womb space to that original cosmic blueprint of creation. And this is the power of working with these goddess guides that have been walking alongside humanity for so many millennia. Each one of you listening here, you are bringing alive these presences in the world through your devotions, through your daily ceremonies, through your prayers, through your use of oracle cards, through your song, through your chants. The goddess is a presence that together we bring alive together. And this is a key difference between the goddess path and traditional Abrahamic religion that has been so widespread across the planet for the past 2 millennia. The difference is the divine is within us. Yeah. And we connect to the divine by coming in, by coming down, by coming through our own embodiment. And a key way we do that is through the portal of the throat chakra. So I would love to know, those of you who are live with me, what is your relationship like to your throat chakra? How do you feel about your voice? How connected do you feel to your throat chakra? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I feel and I know from working with many women around the world that many of us as women have wounding around our throat chakra because the feminine voice has been suppressed for so long. In many places around the world, it is still fully suppressed, right? And so what we can do, those of us that are coming forward as leaders, as healers, as priestesses, we can absolutely tap into the wisdom of our throat chakra to heal that suppression of our expression. And it's really interesting watching the space around vocal coaching and vocal embodiment. You know, I've been publicly sharing my goddess music, my sacred music for the last 6 years. And in that time, there's been a huge growth in interest in sound healing, in vocal awakening, in voice healing. And at Myrtle Grove, what we do is we bring in the goddess, we bring in the divine feminine archetypes because they can help us to heal at the root. Yeah. So all of my mystery school teachings and trainings, they are deep trainings. They will take you deep within. They are for those of you who feel that call to really get to the root, to the heart of what is holding you back from sharing your voice, be that your singing voice or your speaking voice, your channeled expression in the world. And we do this by invoking and bringing down and bringing in these goddess archetypes. Yeah, so honoring the shares that are coming through. Julie on YouTube saying, my throat chakra feels congested and blocked. Floridiana says, forbidden to express myself by the women in my family and my husband's family. Someone else on Facebook saying, mixed feelings about my throat chakra. It feels amazing when I fully allow myself to bring through spirit. Sometimes there is a lot of inner critic input. Yeah, really healing and honoring all of these shares as stages of your unique journeys on your path of awakening your throat. And let me tell you, the journey is always ongoing. It's a deepening spiral, deeper and deeper into a connection with your true essence and what your soul has truly incarnated to share at this time. So 5 years ago, I was a full-time PhD candidate. My life was science. I had my sacred music kind of side hustle that I was doing sound baths and recording my music. But my main focus was my scientific career. And for me, this illustrates perfectly this honing that can happen with our throat chakra and our expression that I see in lots of my clients and students. We're told as a young child to pick one path and restrict ourselves to that path because it represents safety. It represents what we know. The divine path, the priestess path, this is about widening ourselves. It's about blowing the lid off of what we know and stepping into the mystery. And this is what I did 5 years ago when I made the decision to really go all in with my creations, with my sacred music, with my sound, and with my trainings. And that journey has led me on a deep initiation of healing my body, my thyroid. I shared about this on my social media recently. I have 4 posts on the exact steps I took to heal my thyroid. I had an underactive thyroid, which those of you who don't know is a butterfly-shaped gland all around the throat center. I had to dive deeply into womb healing as well, because as many of you will know, the womb and the throat are so connected and linked in the body. And these initiations and journeys were necessary for me to really get to the root places where I needed to heal my throat chakra. And for each one of you stepping forward, it will be unique. And our Mystery School teachings are here to support you with a sacred space witnessed in sisterhood, where we lead you on journeys and ceremonies that have been done by many women around the world now, that really lead us deeper on this spiral path of healing. And so Hathor, she is the goddess that really overlights everything on this journey. Let me know in the comments how many of you connect with Hathor already, what words you associate with Hathor, with this incredible goddess. Any stories you have to share of your connection with her. So Hathor is one of the most ancient goddess presences that humanity has been working with for thousands of years. Even before we start to see literal human figurines of a goddess with a cow headdress, like this one. This is a representation of Hathor. Even before this, we see figurines of cows, of the sacred cow, being buried under the sands of time all across North Africa, right? The cradle of civilization. And for the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, Hathor was the primordial mother goddess. She was the birthplace, the source place of the River Nile. She was the source place of all creation. And her association with the cow mother, many people see this image of her headdress with the cow horns and the sun disk in the middle as similar in representation to the uterus, to the womb of life, with these two sides being the fallopian tubes topped with the ovaries and the womb space within. So Hathor is this literal reminder that these creation mysteries have been really at the heart of our understanding of what it means to be alive, to be a creatrix being on the planet, on this beautiful planet. And she really is that gateway, that portal for remembrance that our womb space or sacral chakra, regardless of your gender, really is that portal to create and birth new life. And that each one of us is a creatrix, creator being. So this is one of her key mysteries, the mysteries of creation and the womb space. That before all matter was created, we were within her cosmic womb. This is the essential mystery of creation and her creation cycle, which is that there is no beginning and no end. She is always rebirthing. There is a cycle of birth and death and rebirth going on all the time throughout the universe. And those of you who are familiar with physics will know that the second law of thermodynamics is entropy. Things in the universe are always increasing in entropy. Entropy means chaos. And the ancient Egyptians knew this. They had this concept of the chaotic abyss from which all life was birthed from. How incredible that they had that cosmological awareness thousands of years ago before the birth of modern science. As a scientist myself, it constantly fascinates me to look at these ancient cultures and understand just how deeply they had incredible technologies and insights to share with us. So looking at the comments here, Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot says, Hathor is mother energy to me. She's so powerful yet so gentle and loving, such a powerful bridge of earth and the ether for me. Amazing. So this is another Hathorian mystery right there that you're expressing, that you're bringing through, that she is that bridge between earth and the cosmos, that she helps us to realize that we're drawing this creative life force energy from the universe down all of the time into our cosmic womb space within our own body. And so in that way, she bridges the material and the immaterial. Beautifully expressed. Julie says that Hathor has recently connected with her in a very intimate way, beckons me to a deep relationship and desires to support and embody myself fully. So beautiful. Yeah, through that connection to the body, to the womb space, to the throat space. Hathor is such a powerful embodiment guide for us. Someone else on Facebook is saying, I feel her as lightness and joy and playfulness, the creation prototype, and deep honoring of one's own experiences and feelings. So beautiful. So Hathor is mistress of pleasure, joy, joyfulness. She was revered as mistress of drunkenness. So the ancient Egyptians would have festivals which were just filled with jubilation, with dance, with music, with beauty, with scents, with oils, all of the gorgeous representations of beauty. And this was really revered as a very Hathorian energy. So I love this about Hathor because she contains so many facets, and she's a constant reminder of the joy to be found in every living moment of the day. So Hathor, she's one of the few goddesses that we see facing forward when we look at her temples and the places inside Egyptian temples dedicated to Hathor. They often have columns that are Hathor-headed, right? And they might even be 4 facing columns. They represent 4 different faces of the goddess on the column, showing how many facets she has. But her forward-facing energy is that energy of, I'm here, I'm bringing you the joy, I'm bringing you my presence. And she often has that jubilant smile on her face. Heat C says, I'm connected to Hathor. She came in while I was meditating and I didn't see her, but she said to me, Hathor, Heather, which is my name. She taught me about chakras and breath work. Amazing. So Hathor, she does this for many priestesses and powerful women and men all over the world. She brings us these incredible downloads about sacred knowledge that we simultaneously remember, right? This is such a key piece about how the Hathors as a collective work with humanity. Jess says, Hathor has a beautiful energy for me, sensuality, nourishment, and empowerment. Amazing, Jess. Yeah, she is mistress of beauty and nourishment. And so I wish to talk now about an aspect of Hathor that we've touched on a couple of times, but that is a key way that we connect with her within our mystery school, which is Mistress of Sacred Sound. So some of you will have heard the Hathor frequency, which is a sacred sound composition that myself and Jerome Zaran created last year. This is a 10-minute long piece that will allow you to immerse in the Hathorian frequencies of sacred sound. And I've spoken to many students who, when they listen to this frequency and the other frequencies we've created, it actually has assisted them in connecting with their own Hathor frequency and embodying the goddess Hathor through their own voice. And this is one of the many blessings of creating this sacred music, is that it is for the purpose of activation. It is for the purpose of sharing. They are free, zero-cost offerings that you can listen to at any time to tap into these divine feminine frequencies and bring them into your day, bring them into your temple space. And this is the other mystery school teaching of Hathor that I want to bring in. So we had that she's mistress of creation, that she brings that connection with the womb space, with our own creative abilities. We had that she is mistress of chaos, jubilation, joy, and merriment. And now we're talking about her ability to create life through sound and frequency. So this is the way in which the universe is built. All things in the universe have their own unique frequency. They vibrate at their own unique frequency, and this is what creates sound waves. And the ancient Egyptians knew this. This is why sound was a core part of all of their rituals of creation, of blessing, of healing. There were sacred temple spaces where initiates would come and dream with sacred sound priestesses and temple singers watching over them to really receive guidance and insights about their healing journey, to rest in the arms of Hathor. There were birthing chambers in the temples where women would come to give birth that were presided over by the drumming priestesses, by the temple singers, who had that celestial connection to Hathor through their voices, through their ability to make and create sound. And what's interesting is that this term, temple singer, is the most common feminine role in the temples. Yeah, so it is really how sound and voice became associated with the women especially that really fascinates me. There were priests of sacred sound who were definitely involved in the rituals. But over time, as we study ancient Egypt, we can see this gradual distinction of the women forming the musical troops, forming the musician bands, basically, processional troops that would bring sacred sound to the ceremonies. And this was in the lineage and tradition of Hathor. Yeah, so someone is sharing, I get chills on Facebook. I remember the birthing chambers. There were songs to call the soul into the mother as well. So beautiful, honoring your remembrance, sister. So this is a deep and profound mystery, the mystery of how sound can help us to create and birth new life within our own lives. And this is a mystery that Hathor is bringing us. And some of you will know that Hathor has always been revered as goddess of music and sound, but she actually has 7 faces. So the number 7, the numerology of this number is really significant. It's a really sacred number. It represents, of course, the 7 chakras, the 7 main energy centers of the body. And it has been for thousands of years aligned to the Pleiades. The 7 sisters are visible in our night sky. But I have received and journeyed with Hathor and, asked her where these teachings are stemming from. And many other teachers feel this as well, that the Hathor beings originate from Sirius. So at this time of year, during the Lion's Gate, that has just passed, when Sirius is rising in our night skies, Hathor's presence can be felt really strongly, along with the other Egyptian goddesses such as Sekhmet and Isis. And so this is a key reason why I felt the divine call from Hathor to reopen the doors to our Cosmic Voice 6-week journey, working with the sacred sound teachings of Hathor. I could feel her presence calling to me all through these summer months, and I knew it was time to reopen the doors to that container. And so the 7 Hathors, they have been working with humanity for many, many thousands of years as guides. You might see them in the blue of the sky. You may see them in the golden sunlight that we bask in during golden hour at this time of year. You might feel her presence through her crystals, through her blue crystals. Here is a beautiful piece of cavensite that I really always feel is very connected with Hathor. I also have several of her Andaras. This is an Andara pendant. These are really celestial crystals. And so this sapphire blue, this royal blue that, interestingly enough, very much became a colour that was used in the medieval church all the way through to the present day, associated, of course, with Mother Mary and with Yeshua. This is the colour of Hathor. This is the colour that has always been associated with Hathor, right back to the very beginning, when the ancient Egyptians used their blue pigments to create the temple spaces, some of which are still standing today. And so, there's so much depth and richness to the Hathorian teachings, and they're a key piece of everything that I share in the Cosmic Voice and in our longer Priestess of Sacred Sound initiatory journey. We go in deep into the herstory of Hathor and Isis, into the priestess rituals of sacred sound, because this is really where our lineage is focused, on rebirthing the divine feminine voice through that connection to this ancient priestess lineage. And we believe that our community is really unique in doing this, the women who come to our trainings, the women who join us in person on our retreats, they are all so committed to bringing this lineage back alive, because we have an ancient remembrance and knowing within us that somewhere we walked that path before. So I honor all of you that, that say yes to our trainings, that come through the doors each time we open our group journeys, because you are all helping to rebirth this incredible lineage in your own temple spaces around the world. And this is why I was guided to share these teachings, because I know that so many women have an incredible connection to their voice that is literally less than inches away from being activated. Maybe you love to sing in the shower. Maybe you love to sing when you're driving your car. Maybe you feel chants and songs come through when you're in ceremony, but there's something that holds you back from really sharing them. Perhaps you doubt that this is really real. Perhaps you doubt what the goddess has to say to you. We all have those moments where we wonder if our connection to the divine can really be true and authentic. It's part of the human journey, right? I really believe that. And your voice is a portal for creation. It's a portal for you to remember who you truly are. So, we give thanks to the blessings of Hathor today. And I invite you all with me, those of you who are here live or watching the replay, to just feel the resonance and the remembrance of these sacred words. Anything that's been activated within you today, as together we invoke the presence of Hathor Heteru, whose name means house of the god. She is the womb space that encompasses all of creation. And her wisdom stream is coming forward now to empower your voice, to help you to connect with your soul essence, so that when you birth your creations into the world, you know deep within you that it is coming from a place of pure clarity and connection to the divine. Nothing could be more sacred. And so taking some deep breaths with me, and together we welcome in her presence, and I will sing and intone one of my singing bowls here, and welcoming you to do the same if you feel to even make one tone as we awaken with Hathor, as we bring her frequency and her sound in. This is a practice you can do in any moment of the day. Mio your soul's voice holds the key. Hathor. And feeling the resonance of Hathor, divine cosmic mother within you, resonating in every cell, as every cell of your being is filled with crystalline light. As together we anchor these celestial teachings that connect us back to universal source, consciousness, onto the earth. Together we assist in this reawakening for the purposes of healing, soul healing, so that each one can remember that wholeness and oneness and that eternal peace, that ability to self-heal from wounding, pain and trauma, that ability that we all have to rebirth ourselves every moment of each day where we we desire to bring a new energy of creation. Sacred sound is a key. It's a key tool for all of us as priestesses who desire knowledge, who desire wisdom, and who desire to serve. And so it's my honor to bring this transmission to you. Thank you for listening. And if you are interested, I invite you to take a look at our beautiful 6-week journey, The Cosmic Voice. The early bird ends today. This is the last day that you can jump in at the early bird. The price is increasing tomorrow from £444 British pounds to £555. So this is the moment to come in at that beautiful early bird price. And we also have payment plans as well. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can email us at support@elsafield.co.uk. Send me a message on Facebook if we're connected on Facebook or on Instagram. I created this journey for those who are really seeking a ceremonially held space to awaken your voice. So perhaps you are a working healer. Perhaps you have healing modalities you share already. Perhaps you are on the priestess path. However you serve and show up in the world, with your voice as a trusted guide that you can bring through and really feel that core connection that you are a channel, this is such a gift. This will bring you the crystalline clarity you need to really birth your true visions into being. And this is what I observe in the women that have been through our mystery school teachings. It is such a pleasure to support them and to feel that not just self-confidence, but a sense of deep connection that is beyond ego, that is beyond the mind, that comes back to that source point of creation and creating from that place. So powerful. This is how we rise together as feminine leaders, as sisters on the path. And so perhaps you are someone who feels songs are coming through you, sound medicine is coming through you, and you want to explore this. You want to expand into the possibility of becoming a sound healer. Voice is the core sound healing art. The voice is the core resonant chamber that you can activate on your sound healing path. And this is why I created the Cosmic Voice, because together we're anchoring heavenly sound, celestial sound on earth. the sound of Hathor. So this is our foundational group journey, the Cosmic Voice. It's a 6-week program. And then this time around, we're doing something really special, which is that we've added on an extra 2 months of integration time in our Sacred Sisterhood Temple. And then we will have a closing ceremony in December that will mark the graduation and completion of these initiations. And the reason why I chose to do this time around was in response to our students who loved the 6-week journey and they desired more spaciousness to really integrate the teachings and grow within the supportive sisterhood container. I run all of my group containers on a platform called Telegram. So you get access to a private group portal with all of the teachings and content, but you also get access to a private encrypted Telegram group where you can share your sharings, your wisdom. You can record voice notes for us of your sound, your chants, and this just becomes the most beautiful sisterhood space. And so this time we have even more time in that Telegram container supported by myself and my Priestess co-facilitator, Kia. We're there to support you and create that temple space. And so that will be open all the way from the start of September through to December. So even though the core journey is 6 weeks, you actually have 3 months with us journeying in our mystery school. And that's at no extra cost. We haven't increased the price of the container to compensate for that. It is still our lowest cost, most accessible program. It's also a certification. So you'll receive a certificate of completion of this foundational group journey for you to weave into your own practice as a holistic healer, as a priestess. So for those of you that love to have that kind of tick of the box and that piece of paper that really shows your commitment, we always offer that to you in our mystery school. It's really important to really feel that, that rite of passage that this training is. So, beloveds, I invite you to join us for the Cosmic Voice. We begin on August 31st, the blue moon in Pisces. And what I love about this is the exact moment we begin this journey is a 6-month space from the exact time we started our last journey. So this Piscean Virgo thread is weaving a connection through all of our mystery school teachings. I love to teach during Virgo season, the sign of the priestess. She who carries her devotion as a sacred symbol of her connection to Goddess. So please do join us, sisters. We have an incredible sisterhood forming of women around the world who are stepping forward into this container. I just love to see who joins every time. We have some women who are joining us again as well, who've been through the journey already before and who want to come back in. So they'll be really holding pillars of, sisters who have been through these ceremonies before. It's a very supported container. And I do hope you'll join us if you feel the call. We begin in just over a week's time. I can't believe it. Yeah. And the early bird ends today. So head to the link elsafield.co.uk/cosmic-voice to find out more. And please do get in touch if you have questions with us. We'd love to support you. Looking at these comments. The sacred activation unit of measure. You are inches away from your voice being healed. Yes, I love that. All right, beloveds, it's been such an honor to pop up with you today and share these teachings. I need to hop off to my next appointment, but I'm just so overjoyed that we got to spend this time together, and I'm so inspired by what everyone has shared about Hathor and your connection to her and your dedication to healing your throat chakra. If you want to journey with the recordings we made for Hathor, someone's asking on Facebook, go to Spotify or my YouTube channel and look for the Hathor frequency. It's a 10-minute track to support you in awakening to this cosmic blueprint of creation that Hathor brings us. I hope you enjoy it. I look forward to journeying with those of you that step forward for the cosmic voice. And I give deep gratitude for this sacred platform and ability to share these teachings with you today. Thank you for your presence. If this transmission has supported you, please do consider sharing it with anyone else you feel would love to tap into the mysteries of Hathor as well. So much love to all of you. Have a bright, blessed day, beautiful ones.